Okay, welcome to EME 303 Fluid Mechanics. The video from this morning, the recording from class didn't take, so I'll just do a quick rerun of what might be important to you in this class. We'll meet in 119 Osmond, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 8 o'clock. It's a blended class. What that particularly means in this class instance is that there is no attendance requirement. I will record the classes just like I tried to record this morning and am recording this, and I will ultimately post it to the course resources page. The people involved in the class are Jai Yu, who is a coordinating TA, so you can make appointments with her, but she'll mainly help in the grading of the presentations and also in setting up the midterms. And Connor Patton, who's an undergraduate energy engineering student who was in this class last year, attended all the in-person classes that we had, and he'll set up some times to be available to answer questions about course material and specifically the assignments. And so those are the personnel. My name is Derek Ellsworth. My office is in Hosser Building, 231. I have an open door policy. It's closed right now because I'm recording this, but if you want to swing by and introduce yourselves, I'm happy to chat. I will kind of push you towards Connor and first, and then Jai second for help in questions regarding the content, as that's most efficient with me taking care of the in-class activities. There's a text for the class. It's not a required text. It's available in the bookstore. It's about $140. It's useful but not mandatory. I believe that you probably should build up a library of things for your coursework in your preferred discipline. And fluid mechanics and thermodynamics are two basic fundamental underpinning sciences in your majors. And so there are things that you might want to refer to in your later years. So a book in these areas is important, I think, and useful, but not mandatory. If you want to get a version of the book which is an expiring digital textbook, then for $40 I think you can get it from this link here, and you might be able to get a permanent one for slightly more than that, but one that endures. Most of the materials for the class are served up to you on Canvas, and so you can access Canvas in the normal way. The two important materials, I guess, to you are the syllabus, which is available on Canvas, which we were just looking at. And so Canvas is one way to get hold of this syllabus that you have. And the other course resource material that we have is the course resources page. And so you will find this from my homepage. If you search on my name, Derek Ellsworth, you'll find this quite straightforwardly. It also has the syllabus present as well, as another location to get it. And also on this homepage it will have recordings of all the classes, screen captures. The opening class last year was on Zoom. This turned out to be, I'll stop it right here. This turned out also to be a re-recording because the first recording didn't take last year either. And so anyway, so these snafus happen once in a while. And so you can see all that material. So the course material, let's see if I can navigate my way. I made the point that the prerequisites for the class are Math 250 or 251 and Physics 211. I don't enforce prerequisites. If you think you can handle the class without them, then that's fine. I will process an exception, I guess, if you desire me to do that. But I will make the point that with privilege, that privilege comes responsibility, and you need to be responsible for that material, even if you don't have it officially within your background course material on your transcript. The grading of the course is in really 5 distinct components. Weekly assignments amount to 15%. They are taken from the 7th edition of Munson, which is available to you. These questions are specifically available to you on Canvas. So if I look on here and I look at the assignments on Angel, or Canvas rather, it used to be called Angel, then I'm still in instructor view, but you can download these weekly homework assignments directly from Canvas. And so these are available to you. And you'll see exactly what they look like. They look like this. So make sure you are able to get those and to work with those. And so those will be worth something like 15% of your grade. There's a group presentation involved in the class, which will be 10% of your grade. There are previous examples of those. I guess I'm trying to look exactly where this is. Is this course resources page? So there are examples of those online. I think if you look here, for instance, an example of a previous presentation is given to you online. I've put it on mute so you can see what's going on, but you can basically see that the idea is to take an interesting fluid mechanics problem that's mysterious, enigmatic, and to be able to talk about the mechanisms by which it operates, sometimes using a video to be able to demonstrate the problem. In this case, the case of Kelvin-Helmholtz instabilities, which you see in the atmosphere, in clouds, for instance, and in the subsurface, actually, is in rocks, in very ductile rocks that flow, and to come up with some kind of explanation on a mechanics basis using a PowerPoint slide or some other things to be able to describe that. So I think this, so you can see exactly what those are if you look at them. So close that. Perhaps I'll stop it so it doesn't keep on running in the background. And perhaps I'll retreat. And I don't know, are we back in the syllabus here? Well, I'll open the syllabus. I guess this is the syllabus here. So weekly assignments for 15%. Work together and present your own work. In the group presentations, work together and present your group work. 75% of the grade ostensibly are on midterms and final exams. Previous exams are available on Canvas as well. So the one thing you should do is download those from Canvas. And so again, if you go back into Canvas, I think you can find this under assignments. If you look at midterms, you won't quite see this. This is my page. I could put it in student view, I guess, but I haven't. But you will see download midterm and final exams. It's a big file, but you can certainly download them onto your desktop, and you will see that there are essentially 10 years, 9 years, I think, worth of exams. This would be the 10th year that they would be, and also solutions for those. So please maybe do that as a useful thing. In terms of everything else, final exams. So the midterm exams are present in the class. Oh, I guess they're not on this. That's not the syllabus. I need to find the syllabus. Wrong way. Syllabus. Here's the syllabus. If you look at the course syllabus, you'll see that attached to it is a schedule. This schedule has the whole 15 weeks of the semester. The red circles are midterm events, if you like. So it used to be that we gave a midterm test, which was on Wednesday evenings at 8 till 10. Closed book, one equation sheet, the ability to stay till midnight if you wanted to, which were done 3 times a year, and then the final. But because of COVID last year, we split those up into in-class midterms, 8 o'clock till 8:30. One of the 3 questions in the normal midterm with the lodging of the examples, the answers online. So we'll do that again this year. So you need to not be in class for any of the classes except for the ones which are read here. And these will individually be 30-minute midterms. The blue circles refer to the review sessions before the midterms happen. We'll talk about that in due course. The midterm questions you can find from looking at, I guess we are on the right page. I don't mean to give you whiplash in this. There are previous exams, and there's actually a practice exam for you, so you can get a hang of exactly how to do these exams. So on Canvas as well, operationally right now, there is a practice exam. The practice exam comprises the exam itself with the questions, and you can see the questions are very similar to the ones that you'll see over the last 10 years. See if it goes back if I do this. No, it doesn't go quite reset itself. There's also online a solution to that practice exam, which you will see, which I won't open, but it is the correct solution to the exam. And also online is the ability to do the test. And so the test will look like this. One question is multiple choice. One question requires a number answer. The third question requires a number answer. And the fourth question requires a number answer. And once you submit it, it automatically evaluates your score. I didn't do very well. Did it tell me what I got? It will do somewhere. It's a 15-minute time limit for this exam, but your midterms will actually be 30 minutes to do. So that's the midterms for you. I'm trying to get back to where I want to be on this. So maybe if I go to the resources page, so now that's basically 100% of the grade is what we've talked about so far up to this point. So the other things that are available for you are that there are some, in the times that the weeks that we have midterms within the week, there are extra credit assignments to do, which are basically to review the class lecture that would have been on those Monday, Wednesday, Fridays in that week, and to do a quiz. Each one of those quizzes is worth 1/3%. So for doing the whole week, you get 1 percentage point. There are roughly 5 of those, and so that's present here as extra credit for the whole material. The grades for the exams, as it turns out, are not graded out of 100%, but out of 110%. So there's really 10% extra on each test. A score of 100 is 100%. You can, of course, score 110%. The grading for the overall class is out of a normal standard grading rubric. 93.3 for an A, 90 for an A minus, etc. B's finish at 80, C's finish at 70, and D's finish at 60. And so you get an extra 10% on these, so that's 75% plus 10% of 75%, which is 7.5%. And so this is really an extra 7.5%, 5% extra credit. So this ends up being not 105%, but 105 plus 7.5. So the total score is out of 112.5%. And as I say, an A is a 93.3 points. So if you get 112%, great, you get an A. If you get 93.3%, you get an A. A minus is between that and 90. And so that's the way it works. The group presentations happen later in the semester. We'll divide you up into teams roughly of 5, and you'll work together to be able to do this. It's due around Thanksgiving, but we'll talk about the schedule for that later. And I think I've talked about this. Jai, myself, and Connor are the people involved in the class. Modality is in class, but with no requirement to attend. The classes will be recorded online and presented to you on YouTube if you so wish to do them that way. It's up to you. Once we get the initial teething problems out, I guess, with recording them. The syllabus is available to you on Canvas, but also on this resources page. The easiest way to find this page is to search for me on Google. Should be a lowercase r. Actually, just put in my name and search for me. There are 3 Derek Ellsworth I know of. I'll have the most hits. The other one is a pastor in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and the other one is a coal merchant in Yorkshire in the UK. So you should be able to find the page. The deliverables we talked about, 4 main deliverables: homework worth 15%, presentations worth 10%, midterms 3 at 20% each divided up into 3 questions on 3 different days, and a final, which is present, I guess, included in this at 20%, and also the quizzes for this 5% that we talked about, which are based on the prior recorded class materials. In terms of safety, we talked about exit strategies from the 119 Osmond. There's a door behind me which leads to an exit. There's a door to my left as I stand at the front, which leads into a demonstration room, which I presume also has an exit out through the building. And there are also doors at the back, in which case we might be able to run out. And that's really all we need to know about that. If there is an intruder for whatever reason, then get out of the place first is your first option. If you can't get out, then hide. And if hiding looks like it's futile, then fight. I guess with the three-phase mantra of what to do in terms of a classroom incursion, so to speak. So finally, that's been a quick rundown because the video didn't take. It took my online picture, but I didn't think that was much use just looking at my face talking at you with a perfect recording of what we're talking about on screen, but not being able to get the actual screen capture. This perhaps might be more useful to you. I'll mention it next time when we get together, but don't forget that the 2 takeaway items I think from this class are: 1, the homework assignments are out of the 7th edition of Munson. They are available to you on Canvas. Do download them, do look at them. Do not do the ones out of the book if you buy it, because they're the wrong questions. They're not the same. Wiley changes them every year, and we don't do that because we don't require you to buy the book, and I don't want to change the answers to them every year either. So it serves both of us as a good purpose. Do download the exams. 70% of the grade plus is on the exams, and so understanding what they are, the past being prelude to the future, is important. If you don't understand the questions we've had in the past, you won't understand the ones that we have in the future. And I think the arbiter of how well you'll do in this class is to really understand the material and to be able to perform well on those tests. And we'll talk about those later in class, seeing as this didn't take. So do download both of those and have a look at them. I would say that if you are able to do the homeworks well, that's great. That's a necessary, necessary component of the class, but not sufficient. If you can download and understand the homework assignments, perhaps not now, but after we've got through some of the material, then that is the necessary and sufficient requirement to be able to do well in the class. So do both of those things. I'll ask you next time as to whether you've done this or not. It's a good investment in your future. Okay? I will post this and you will see it in due course. Thanks very much. Bye.